but one of my researchers found it in Washington, where it's available to anyone who consults the records.
Oh, well, I just wondered, if we'd seen it.
More than seen it, Mr. President. You spoke the actual words. Now, you've always claimed you first learned of the break-in on June 23rd.
Oh.
But this transcript of a tape made 3 days earlier clearly shows that to be a falsehood. Now, in it, you say to Coulson, this whole investigation rests unless one of the 7 begins to talk. That's the problem.
Well, what do we mean when we say one of the 7 beginning to talk?
They're moving on to a conversation you had with John Dean on March 21st the following year. In one transcript alone, there in black and white, I picked out, and these are your words, 1, you could get $1 million and you could get it in cash. I know where it could be gotten. 2, your major guy to keep under control is Hunt. 3, don't we have to handle the Hunt situation? 4, get the $1 million. It would seem to me that would be worthwhile. 5, don't you agree that you better get the Hunt thing going? 6, first you've got the Hunt problem. That ought to be handled. 7, the money can be provided. Ehrlichman could provide the way to deliver it. 8, we've no choice with Hunt but the $120,000 or whatever it is, right? 9, Christ, turn over any cash we've got. And I could go on. Now, it seems to me that someone running a cover-up couldn't have expressed it more clearly
Look,
than that.
let me just stop you now right there, because you're doing something here, which I am not doing and I will not do. Throughout these entire broadcasts, you're quoting me out of context, out of order, and I might add, I have participated in all these interviews without a single note in front of me.
Well, it is your life, Mr. President. Now, you've always maintained that you knew nothing about any of this until March 21st. But in February, your personal lawyer came to Washington to start the raising of $219,000 of hush money to be paid to the burglars. Now, do you seriously expect us to believe that you had no knowledge of that?
None. I believe the money was for humanitarian purposes, to help disadvantaged people with their defenses.
Well, it was being delivered on the tops of phone booths with aliases and at airports by people with gloves on. That's not normally the way lawyers' fees are delivered.
Look, I have made statements to this effect before. All that was Haldeman and Ehrlichman's business. I knew nothing. Okay, fine. You made a conclusion there. I stated my view. Now let's move on. Let's get on with the rest of it.
Hold on.
I don't want to
If
continue
Haldeman
this.
and Ehrlichman were the ones really responsible, when you subsequently found out about it, why didn't you call the police and have them arrested? Isn't that just a cover-up of another kind?
Well, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have just called the feds into my office and said, hey, there's the 2 men. Haul them down to the dock, fingerprint them, and then throw them in the can. I'm not made that way. These men, Haldeman, Ehrlichman, I knew their families. I knew them since they were just kids. Oh, yeah, but politically, the pressure on me to let them go, that became overwhelming. So I did it. I cut off one arm, then I cut off the other, and I'm not a good butcher. And I have always maintained what they were doing, what we were all doing, was not criminal. Look, when you're in office, you gotta do a lot of things sometimes that are not always, in the strictest sense of the law, legal. But you do them because they're in the greater interests of the nation.
Right, wait, just so I understand correctly. Are you really saying that in certain situations, the president can decide whether it's in the best interests of the nation and then do something illegal?
I'm saying that when the president does it, that means it's not illegal.
I'm sorry?
That's what I believe. But I realize no one else shares that view.
So, in that case, will you accept, then, to clear the air once and for all, that you were part of a cover-up and that you did break the law? Oh my God, we got him. Shit.
Okay, let's take a break.